Okay, so we left this project in the heat of the summer. We'd install one rain barrel, which they've been using. At the time, we said we were going to install multiple rain barrels in series. So we've got 3 more rain barrels here that we're going to install in a line behind these. Eventually, all 4 rain barrels will be connected together, so they all feed one spigot as if it's one 200-gallon barrel. The first rain barrel will fill from the roof. That will then overflow into the second, the third, the fourth, and when the fourth is full, that will drain out somewhere at the back, yet to be determined. So what we've got to do now is, obviously, first of all, this is full, we need to empty this. We're then going to remove all of this, and then we're going to call the digging crew in and remove all of this bull rock and get 4 level platforms in a row, all exactly the same height, on which we can build the base and install the 3 rain barrels. And then after that, we'll look at how we're going to interconnect the pipes at the bottom so that we've got effectively one all feeding off this one spigot at the front so that the ladies can draw on 200 gallons. Okay, so break point for the week. We've got the start of the level base going through there. We've got leveling sand underneath, 1 row of 4-inch concrete blocks down the center. We're going to continue all the way down to the end. And then after that, we'll build up the plinths and position the rain barrels.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get started on that either next week or the week afterwards. Okay, it's a beautiful morning. We're making some fantastic progress. Before we laid the base here and got all of this level, we've now built a pedestal for each of the rain barrels, just using the concrete blocks. 4 by 16 by 16, 8 by 8 by 8 by 16s. So we've raised it up about 2 feet. If you look down the line here, we're actually going to have 6 rain barrels all connected. The important thing is to make sure that each of these bases and the tops of these are exactly level, which they are. We're lucky here, we've got 2 downspouts, so we're actually going to fill this array from each side. We're just connecting this into the top here, and we'll connect the one into the top at the back. Whichever one fills, it fills up to the level, goes down the overflow, into the next one, out the overflow, into the next one, so they all fill at the same level. Now in your home environment, you may well have all of these separate, so that's why you need a connection at the top. You'll see later on how we're going to connect them at the bottom, so that all of these will fill and drain as one rain barrel. And for those of you who are where water finds its level, so theoretically we would not need to connect at the top. But this is a demonstration garden, we want to show people how you fill at the top, do overflow from one into the next, But it will be redundant in this system.
Okay, so if you're connected from the bottom...
If you're all connected to the bottom, the water will flow through here and fill up anywhere water finds its own level.
Got it.
But in many situations, like my home situation, I have separate barrels and separate drains. We can't get at these drains from the garden here. So we're going to connect all these together. You'll be able to take water out to the front. And then we're actually also going to connect a hose at the back. Bill's connecting onto the post there. So they'll actually have a hose that they can take around the shade garden here to take water directly in, as well as filling using a watering can at the front. And then the final barrel has an exit, which then just drains out here and into the pebbled area where it all drained before. So we'll have a nice big capacity here, 330 gallons. More than enough to keep this garden and the gardeners happy.
For now.
For now. And then if you come back later, we'll show you how we're going to connect the bottom, and we'll have finished connecting the tops in, and we'll just have a quick look at that at the end. So we're all installed now and positioned. So let me just walk you through it one more time. 6 barrels, all raised up about 2 feet on pedestals, all exactly the same height. Filling off this roof comes down into the end barrel here. If you look down the end, you'll see there's another fill point at the other end there. The end barrels fill, they get to the full level here, it overflows into the next barrel, fills, overflows into the next, all the way down. And the end barrel over here, the exit for this one is just a drain. So this, once all the barrels are full to the same level, water will pour out of here. And that's the normal setup that the homeowner will have, with a separate tap on the bottom of each rain barrel. What we've done here, because of the accessibility here, we've only got 2 points of access. One is at the front here. If you walk around here and follow me here. The gardeners can put a watering can under here. Just open that up and get rainwater out, fill the watering can up. Each rain barrel is then connected at the bottom through a hose into the bottom of the next one, into the bottom of the next one, into the bottom of the next one, so that all of these rain barrels now behave as if they're one barrel. I could drain all 6 barrels from that first faucet at the front there if needed. So I basically got a 330 gallon rain tank there. There's an extra feature on this one. The end rain barrel here, we've actually taken another hose off, which comes around here onto a nice flexi hose here, so that the gardeners can take this to wherever they want in the garden, switch it on, and they can drain water from the rain barrels this way. So you notice this, the height of this is below the height of the taps at the bottom there. So we've got 2 ways of drawing water out of all 6 tanks, either at the front there on the pathway, or unwrapping this and taking it to the plant that they need.
All right.
So all we need now is some rain to fill everything up, and then we should be in business.